water.
Okay, so hold on.
Barnes will be with you in a moment. Welcome in here to episode number 173 of Burns and Berman. Burns is alive, he is awake, and he has something that he wants to get off his chest, which he will do as soon as he gets here. But appreciate you guys tuning in. We got some things to talk about.
We have some really important things to get into.
Go ahead.
Starting off, so basically, I came to a realization this morning when there's this page, great Twitter page called No Context Bears, and they post like random pictures just of bear stuff, and they posted an image of my dad said enough. This isn't worthy of my time when I tried to bring it up with him. So they posted this picture, right? Mm-hmm. Of Pluto and Brian Urlacher. Mm-hmm. So it really made me think about how in the Mickey universe, right? Pluto's a dog. But Goofy's a dog too. But the problem is this. Goofy, like, he talks, he walks, he does stuff. He's a regular, like, human, right? But Pluto is just a regular dog who's owned by a mouse. He doesn't talk. He doesn't bark. Nothing. So
I think he barks.
Well, he does bark. Yeah. He, like, barks. He's like a dog. So there's two levels of dogs in the Mickey universe. Mm-hmm. There's Goofy, the human-like dog, and there's Pluto, the regular dog. Mm-hmm. So now the real question is Pluto like a special needs dog in the world? Or is he like just regular and then Goofy is like a different form of the species? And Goofy is dating a cow to make things even weirder.
True. I on Twitch, you can make polls. I'll make a poll right now.
So, in special needs is not a bad thing, by the way. It's just
Pluto, a special needs dog. Yes or no? On Twitch, you can vote
regular. So
you
then
have 2 minutes to vote.
Okay, because then the question is what does that make Goofy, right? Does that make Goofy like an alpha? Or I don't know the correct word, like a super dog.
I don't know.
Because but then in the Disney parks it gets weirder because neither of them talk, but they both walk around like humans.
Right.
Well, because there's humans inside of them. But that's like a theory. But I don't know, Josh.
What the theory is that there are people inside of them?
Mm-mm.
Oh. I was about to say.
Yeah, no, it's robots, actually. There's no human, or they're the real thing.
Well, I was confused what you meant.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what the poll says. To answer your question about Michael's decision, we postponed the stream because Michael is still not 100%. So there is no point in announcing it and then him changing his mind. So we are going to wait, probably not long, but we are going to wait a little bit longer for the official decision to be made because he is still a little back and forth.
All right, what Twitch say? What do they say?
As of right now, it is 4-0. Yes, he is a special needs.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So we're in agreement then.
Agreement?
So yes. So Pluto's like just a low-class dog.
Sure.
And Goofy's a normal dog in that world.
Sure.
Okay. All right. That's all I needed to really
There
know.
you go. There you go.
That's all.
Now that we have that off our chest here.
Yes, it was fantastic, by the way. Nap on Monday was fantastic.
Garofalo, Jane Slater came out. They're not trading. They're not interested. Like it
would have been cool.
It would have been very strange.
Yeah.
So
it would have been cool because then Shador would have been a Sure would have been a Cowboy.
theoretically.
Yeah, he would have been a Cowboy. Because that's the only way they would fucking trade him is if they're doing a pick swap too.
Sure. Interesting. Now
Two things
let's
happen.
let's talk about the draft a little bit because we are
The draft.
just about a month away.
I was going to talk about the news that happened yesterday, like last night.
Oh yeah, no, let's get into that. Both pieces of news happened yesterday.
Yes. Giants country. Let's ride.
The best quarterback that was available.
Yeah. Russell Wilson to the Giants.
You want to know my honest thoughts?
What?
I think that Brian Daboll and Joe Shane know that they are fired if they don't have a good season this year.
Yeah.
They are no longer in the business of let's build up this team so we can build a foundation. They are in the business of going 9-8 next season, going to the wild card round, and being a playoff team, even though it would immediately be followed with this 5-12 season the year after.
Yeah.
Because they are trying to save their jobs. They're not trying to build a future for the Giants and rebuild the team. They're trying to get an immediate fix where they can turn it around, have a mediocre to good season next year where it's not really that impressive of a year, but they win enough games to where they're on the playoff conversation. They might sneak in, and they're just a mid team now.
Yeah.
And that is what I think they're trying to do. And I think what's going to happen is it's not necessarily going to work to that extent. They'll still go they'll improve to 7-10. And that's like, but they're not building anything. They're just trying to get an immediate fix to try and save their jobs. That's what I think.
Yeah, basically. And you said 9-8 and make the wild card round. I don't even think that that's going to happen for
I said that's the goal.
That's the goal. I don't think that's going to happen for the season.
Me neither.
I think that watching Russ and Malik Neighbors together will be fun.
Interesting.
They'll have a couple moments. I mean, Malik is just a fucking stud too. But this Giants team sucks. I mean, even going into last season, me and you both sat here like every week and talked about how bad the Giants are going to be. How bad they're going to be. And they were. They hit it on the fucking nose. And now you sit here and you see damn near the same team going into this season.
They have made a couple of moves that I like.
They have. But is it anything that's going to push the needle?
I mean, it'll push it forward a little bit, but it's not going to be anything crazy.
But it's not pushing the needle.
No.
I think this Giants team is honestly, especially with this move, for the looking in on the Giants organization for the next 6-7 years, I think that they're stuck in a hellhole now.
Right.
And it sucks. It really sucks.
Unless if they still draft a quarterback at 3.
Which they should.
But I think they're operating under this, and this is what I really believe at this point is there's not going to be a quarterback there at 3.
Yeah, there might not be.
I think it's going to be Cam Ward number 1, Shador number 2.
Yeah. Even though neither of them are really too deserving of that spot.
The more I watch Cam Ward, the more I like him. I see the vision with Cam Ward. The more I watch him.
Sure. He had a good pro day too.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that though.
Yeah.
But there is something. There's something there.
Yeah.
I see the vision with Cam Ward.
Okay.
Shador is. I don't see Shador being a franchise guy.
I see it just completely boom or bust.
I don't.
It's either he's going to be.
I don't see boom.
I could see boom. I don't see a lot of doom. I don't see a lot of.
I think he's going to be okay.
No, I see exactly down the lines of boom or doom. It's either he's going to be a boom or he's going to be a doom.
I think that's more of Cam Ward.
I think it's the same for both of them. I think it's the exact same for both of them. I think that Cam Ward has a bit of an edge to him, Josh, but I think that they're almost the exact same player, man.
No, there's some differences there. I think Shador is going to be like the 20th best quarterback in the NFL type of a player. Where, I mean, hey, he can be one of 32. He can be a starter, but he's not going to excite a fan base because I don't think he's going to be great. But I think he'll be able to start and be okay, have a similar career path to like a Derek Carr type of a career where like he could play, but he's not amazing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I see with Shador. And with Cleveland, I guess that's all right. Where they're such a terrible spot. Where, I mean, you might as well, right? Might as well take them. It's such a
you need something, man.
Exactly.
It's such a weird spot for both of these teams to be in. It just kind of the quarter. If you're drafting a quarterback this year, it just sucks in general, man. Like I don't think that you're really jumping up and down,
right,
getting any of these guys.
But I do see a world where Cam Ward works.
Okay, I do too.
I see something in him.
And I see a world where Shador somehow works out. Yeah. Do I see him working out in Cleveland?
No.
Hell no. Hell no.
Here's the other thing about Cam Ward. He is not 21. He's 22 years old.
Yeah.
And he will be 23 by the time the season starts.
Wow.
Cam Ward was born on May 25th, 2002. All right? May 25th, 2002.
That's crazy. That's weird.
Anthony Richardson, 2023 draft, is 3 days older than him.
That's really weird. That's really...
Anthony Richardson, 2023 draft, 3 days older than Cam Ward. What that means is that he can come in. Your expectations are higher, similar to what they were with Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix, because he's supposedly supposed to be further along. The expectation would be higher.
Dude, that made me just feel really old, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, like that's like next year then.
Players my point was that he's older. Shador is Shador's even older? Shador's February 7th of 02. Shador's already 23. Really?
And I'm 22, man. They're all around.
Shador is actually so it's the same thing with Shador then.
Yeah. Well, he each spent time in college, man.
Yeah. Well, Cam Ward, I felt like spent more time. I guess not though.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. But like Jackson Dart, he spent a lot of time in college, but he's younger. He's born in 03.
It's weird. Which I mean, it's only
May 13th, 2003. Jesus. So he's a year.
I love Jackson Dart, man. I love Jackson Dart. I loved watching him. I don't think he's going to be good in the NFL, and I don't think he's going to get a spot anywhere. But
do you think he goes in the first round?
Maybe late first round. I love Jackson Dart. He was so fun to watch at Ole Miss. And I love Shador, too. Fucking love Shador. But everybody else hated him. Perfect timing is a banger, by the way. And that Colorado team, the first couple weeks were so fun. Everybody loved them, and then they started losing, and then everybody started hating on them.
Dan Orlovsky said something really interesting about Shador, where it was like everything around him was so bad, it's hard to get a proper eval on him, where he didn't really know what to think about him because he saw things, but he was under pressure. His offensive line was so bad, where like he was left with more questions than answers, but they weren't. But what he saw was pretty good. So he didn't know what to think about him. I thought that was interesting. Jackson Dart is one of those. I see the vision, but do you think it works? I don't know. I think he would have to go to the right team, and he would have to sit. But you never know. Takes time. How about Diggs?
Brendan, dude, I knew that guy. I knew that guy. Oh,
The daily routine guy?
No, what Ian just said. I knew that guy. I saw his face, but I didn't know. He was in Curious George, Royal Monkey. That's cool. I just didn't know where I saw him from. Yeah, he posted a video shouting out the birds, and I didn't know who he was, but then I realized I did. Okay.
Diggs.
Joshua. Huh?
Diggs.
Mr. Diggs to the New England Patriots. Weird. It's kind of just they're kind of taking a gamble because nobody knows how Diggs is going to bounce back from this injury. That's really where it's at, man.
It's not a bad move, though. It's expensive.
It
is the actual specifics of his contract, like how much is he going to get next year?
It was 3 years, 61 when I saw.
No, I know. But I want to see how much of that is actually money that he'll get next season. Yeah, we don't know yet.
Probably 40.
We don't know. No, what?
Maybe.
No. He'd probably be getting like 15 or like maybe close to 20.
Wait. What do you mean? In total, guaranteed?
No, in terms of his total cash for next season.
Oh, I said guaranteed. I thought you said guaranteed in total.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's 40 something guaranteed. What I wanted to look at though, and we'll relook at it when the contract for Diggs fully comes out and the actual details behind it. But this is the total cash for receivers next year. This is not because everyone's like, oh, you're getting like Jamar Chase, for example.
Yeah.
It's a $40.25 million average salary. I think a lot of people think, oh, that means so he's going to get 40.25 every year. No, he's not. In fact, next year, he's not going to get 40.25. He's actually going to get 41.17. So, like, it's a little different.
Yeah.
And some contracts are front loaded, some contracts are back loaded. So here are the receivers getting the most money next year.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. First of all, look at number 1 and number 2. Teammates.
That's crazy.
And DK is getting the third most money amongst wide receivers in the NFL next year.
That's crazy.
DK Metcalf is getting $35 million next year. Justin Jefferson's getting 31.6.
Wow.
AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk, Calvin Ridley is getting 20.
Calvin Ridley, 23 million.
Godwin and Evans, DJ Moore,
There's
Devontae, McLaurin, Pittman, Debo, Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra, Christian Kirk, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Nico Collins, that's a bargain, Cortland Sutton, Darius Slayton, Devontae Smith, Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, Alan Lazard is getting $11 million. De'Ami Brown's getting $10 million. Tutu Atwell is getting $10 million. Juwan Jennings is getting $7.5. Kendrick Bourne is getting $6.5. Kavonte Turpin is getting $5.5. And I scrolled and stopped here on purpose. Think about those names that I just read off.
Yeah.
Look who's getting $5 million.
DeAndre Hopkins. All the way down the dumps. That's crazy.
Because we signed him to be our wide receiver 3. And that's what people don't get. But so like Diggs is probably going to get like 20 something million dollars. Cooper Kupp is getting $17.5 million. The Ravens got D-Hop for 5.
Oh, wait. We have big news. So my sister just hopped in the conversation. Pluto debuted in 1930 as a realistic pet dog and has always remained seen as a normal dog. He has remained as Mickey's pet dog. Goofy was introduced in 1932 as quote-unquote dippy dog, but lovable human-like character. Goofy is a smarter version of Pluto. Basically, Pluto is pet Goofy. Pluto is a pet. Goofy is a human in the shape of a dog. So what does that mean? So is it still just like Pluto's a low-class citizen?
Sounds like it.
Okay. So that confirms it, basically. Saying that Pluto's a pet and that he's a real human.
I guess so. What we did not get to talk about between me and you
Yes.
is those Maryland Terrapins.
Holy shit, dude.
Derek Queen
Yeah.
from Baltimore. I got a t-shirt on the way. I'm from Baltimore. That's why. I love it.
I saw that t-shirt. I hope that it turns out like a good t-shirt because it looked like it was kind of like just still, that's a good saying.
Awesome.
I don't know how the official Maryland hasn't jumped on that already, or is NIL?
It's the number one like top selling NIL thing right now.
Really?
It's $65. So I went on the cheap one and got one for 20.
Nice.
But it's awesome. By the way, I was all like, yeah, I mean, he kind of traveled, but
who cares?
Guess what? No, he didn't. Watch this. I showed this on Monday.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. Where is it? I just had it. And I know I have it. Here it is. It's loading. Uploading right now. But no, he did not travel. When you listen to it, you listen to the explanation from this. I mean, you think Gene Steratore knows what he's talking about. I love Gene, by the way. Can we both agree? Gene Steratore is awesome. Can we both get behind that?
Gene Steratore, he's awesome. He's awesome.
Huge fan of his. Here you go. Here's the
great
clip.
ending. Right? Look, by rule, the dribble doesn't end until there's firm possession with one hand locked, or more times than not with two hands. So we've got to look to see when the dribble ends. Derek Queen makes the turn around the loop. At that point, when he brings it back up, we don't know if that's fully possessed. If he bobbles that at that point, he could continue to bobble that basketball all the way to the hoop without a travel. So you've got to wait until you can define firm possession. Now the dribble has ended. As I said, most times than not, it's when both hands come together. You can see when Derek Queen has both hands together, 1 foot hits, next foot, great shot, great ending. To me, it just really doesn't jump off the screen as anything big. I've got to be honest with you.
I don't know that it jumped.
There we go. He
knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he does. He proved all the, what's it called? He proved all the people wrong, all the Twitter talkers wrong.
Yep.
He did. My bracket is actually it's kind of bad, but not really. Mine's
okay.
3 out of my 4 Final Four teams are still on.
My Final Four is still intact.
I lost one though, the St. John Johnnies.
I lost. I have all of my Final Four. I lost 2 Elite 8 teams. I lost Wisconsin and I lost St. John's.
I lost Wisconsin, St. John's. And did I lose anybody else? Hold on, let me see. Oh, hey, Josh is yuppie. Yes, he is. He's a weird kid, and he has problems. Who else did I lose? I lost Clemson. I had them as an upset going all the way to the Elite 8. So, yeah, I'm missing 3 Elite 8 teams.
All right.
Actually, not that bad.
Not at all.
Not that bad. It's just, I need Michigan State, Duke, and Tennessee to keep doing their thing. And I'm happy.
I have Maryland losing to Florida, and because Florida's my national championship pick.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I'm really hoping that tomorrow my bracket gets destroyed and my national champion goes down.
Yeah, I'd be hoping for the same thing. Damn, that's tomorrow. Who all plays tomorrow?
That's the only game I know for a fact is tomorrow. I don't know what the other ones even are.
BYU, Alabama.
Okay.
Duke, Arizona.
Yep. BYU, Bama, 709. Here, Florida, so 709 is BYU, Bama. 7:39 is Maryland, Florida.
6:09 is BYU, Bama. 6:39 is Florida, Maryland. 8:39 is Duke, Arizona, and 9:09 is Texas Tech, Arkansas.
So they're starting a game Eastern time at 10:09. Interesting.
Welcome to college sports and how fucking stupid they are with times. Yeah, sure. You remember when the football national championship used to be at like it wouldn't start till like 9:30 your time on a Monday night?
Yeah.
So dumb. Wait, why not? Like, dude, even this weekend on Sunday, there were literally like 2 games before 3:00.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
That's it. And then they put everything at like 7:00 during the day. You should have all the games during the day, and then have like the individual games
At least
night.
on the weekend, you should.
Yeah, they should have it during the day instead of having a game tip off at 9:00 at night on a Sunday night.
But tomorrow, it should
Tomorrow
start.
at night. Tomorrow night. Yeah. Tomorrow it should be all at night. Same with Friday. But
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, spread it out during the day better.
Agreed.
But yeah, I enjoyed March Madness. And you know what my theory is about March Madness and why people are complaining about it? The reason why they're complaining about it isn't because there weren't any huge upsets or that it's all chalk. The reason why they're complaining about it is because, Josh, this is the first year in a long time where there's not a guy. There's not a DJ Burns. There's not a Doug Eater. There's Cooper Flagg. We love him, and there's a couple of them.
But those guys come because of upsets.
True.
There are actually, I think there are more guys that are entertaining.
Oh, no, there's no standout. There's no standout like, holy shit, this is the man.
Well, because there was no upsets. So that's to your point. What I think it is, similarly, is there have been no moments
Besides the
buzzer beater.
Yeah.
That was what people, I think, are missing. Because the quality of games, I think have been great.
They've been great games. They've been great.
It's been that there have been very few moments, whether it's a buzzer beater or an upset or anything. Those are moments that you remember. That's what we haven't had. The quality of games have been nothing different than usual.
Yeah. It's been fun. I don't know. The way that I was watching this weekend kind of sucked, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed March Madness.
Yeah. I've had
It was
fun.
good times. It was vibes.
Going all the way. Man, the hype in this area right now. I was on this podcast called the Turtle Heads. You guys can go check that out. It's on my I put the link down in my story. But I realized something. This is because the Ravens, this is only their 30th season next year.
Yeah.
This is the first time where the Orioles, the Ravens, and Terps basketball are all good at the same time. And it's so fun. The DMV is such like a rich history sports area, I should say, the DMV. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't get it. I love that part about the DMV. Like we have the underdog syndrome where it's like we never think that we get enough credit. That's why Derek Queen was like, I'm from Baltimore. Because you're like, damn right you are. I saw a viral tweet. It was like, anyone who's from Baltimore will, like, what was it? It was something like, people from Baltimore will always take the moment to remind you they're from Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a bit different. It's a bit different over here. All of our sports teams suck right now. Hoping the Bears are good. Actually, the Bulls have been playing phenomenal basketball lately.
Yeah, they have been.
They've been fantastic, and hopefully that carries out, and this isn't just another loss in the play-in tournament. And
it will be.
It will be. Yeah, that's how it always goes. But Cubs season starts tomorrow, and there's some hope around the Cubbies. Well, actually, no, I lied. Cubs season already technically started with the Japan games, but tomorrow's real opening day. So we're already 0-2 to start off the season, which is just fantastic, but that's okay. And Hopefully the Bears can just save the city too. That's all that we really need right now. Because Illini basketball dropped a shitter against Kentucky. In literally that game, were you watching the Illinois-Kentucky game?
Yeah.
Did you hear how loud Milwaukee is whenever Illinois would do something?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. That was louder. That sounded louder than an Illini basketball home game. It's because all the alumni, it's actually a closer drive to them from Chicago to Milwaukee than it is from Chicago to Champaign.
Right.
But that shit was ridiculous, man. I mean, Tennessee's still alive, so I'll root for them. Sparty's still alive, I'll root for them. But I'm happy. I like to just enjoy March Madness, relax and enjoy it.
Go Terps. Go Terps.
What are you doing for the game?
I'm probably going to go to UMD.
Oh, go to the bars? Watch a game at the bars?
Probably, yeah.
That's a
Why not?
Dude, you're living my dream. That's all I want. Actually, Illinois State basketball plays tonight, too, in the Purple Championship.
Nice.
Yeah, from the College Basketball Invitational Tournament, we are in the Purple Championship against Cleveland State.
Let's go.
Fantastic. First 20 season in a long time, though.
There you go.
So hopefully,
absolutely. I am going to opening day. I got some. I'm working out some stuff with TickPick. Stay tuned for that. But yeah,
isn't that literally tomorrow?
Our home opener is on
Monday.
Home opener. Our home opener is Monday.
Dude, the vibes. The one time that I went to opening day was when it was like the opening day at Wrigley. It was so fucking cool. I mean, is it really that worth it? Like, dude, I was looking and literally like tickets for the first Cubs home game, it's like $120 to send the bleachers. Literally the next day, it's $20. So it's like you kind of wait till the next day. But is that your first opening day?
Yeah, actually it is.
It's awesome. The first opening day is so fun. The vibes there are electric. You'll have a great time.
Yeah. Plus, Camden Yards is awesome. There's a huge thing that Camden Yards did this year in terms of everything in the concession stand, way cheaper. They cut all of the prices in it like everywhere. Way.
That's what everywhere needs to start doing.
So there's a lot of hype about that.
Price cut. Let's see. The Birdland value menu.
Yep.
Let's see this, huh?
Birdland value menu.
Wow. $5 Miller Lights. Wow. That's pretty good, Josh.
I like that's the first thing you went to check.
Yeah. You got to. Let's see. You know what? I was actually going to bring up a baseball deal this same episode too. Ooh. What would you get first thing on this list? Looking at what's the first thing you're buying?
Let's see. I have to actually look at it.
I have mine immediately.
Ooh, the cinnamon pretzel bites are good.
Yep, that's exactly where I'm going.
Popcorn.
Popcorn's fine. But ready? Look at this deal. And I'm actually going to use this too. This sharing. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
White Sox. 1 ticket, 2 stadium beers for $19. Total. No fees. That's the total price.
$1 for as many wins as they had last year?
Yes. Dude, White Sox games are actually really fun. I enjoy going to White Sox games. Like, the team sucks, the baseball sucks, but they make up for it in different ways there. Their food has won the award for the past, 4 years for the best stadium food in the MLB.
Wow.
And it's fantastic. Oh, my God, the stuff you get there. And they have the freshly squeezed lemonade like you get at, a carnival.
Oh, nice.
That's the stuff.
Actually, the Orioles lemonade's really good too.
Dude, I am not that big of a lemonade guy, but if I see the freshly squeezed like it's at a carnival, I'm getting some lemonade. That's the one time. It's got to be fresh. I don't like the fucking prepackaged Minute Maid bullshit. I think that all sucks. Yeah. How's your Tinder series going?
I was really hoping that this would get brought up.
Can I see your profile fully? I kind of saw you go into it.
I mean, it's not
I just want to see what picture you use. I was actually watching this last night.
It's the same. It's the same pictures that I used in the video. It's nothing.
Yeah, but I swiped through before you picked the picture. The only one that I saw was you with your hoodie on when it was cold outside in Buffalo.
Oh, this one was the one that I was told was the best one.
Nice.
Because we went with the funny angle. And that's the thing. I don't know about you. Do you have any pictures saved of yourself that's like an actual picture? I don't. I was in January of 2023 so fast when I was looking through my pictures. Yeah, like that's more than anything I would have had. So what I just did is I just like basically any picture of myself that I found like funny, I used. So this one, I thought was hilarious. It's after we lost to the Steelers. There you go.
Oh, Joshy.
Same thing.
Let me see. Albie just froze. There he is. Yeah, that's a good one. Like, dude, like I only have pictures of me with other people.
Picture of me just doing a street interview.
Nice.
And me and Tyler Tejada's brother.
Nice. I have my composite. Like, that's a nice
ooh.
picture.
Speaking of which,
I have my composite picture.
nice. We might be joined by Christian May at some point, who is one of the better players on Towson, who entered the transfer portal. And he said he would be willing to, he probably be willing to announce where he's going next year on here.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And there's really all of the.
Has he talked to the Illinois State Redbirds at all?
I do not know. The only people that are like all the good players on Towson, I think they're all going to transfer.
Yeah, that's how you usually go. That's the new.
And that's the thing is this season, everyone came back for like
that's
one
new era, except for Chase Walker, who is a stud, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to stay in Normal, Illinois." Even though
there's a chance Tejada does the same thing.
Even though all other Missouri Valley Conference players left, he decided to stay.
Yeah, and Tejada might do the same. Maybe, just maybe.
If he's announcing it on here, Josh, he's definitely staying.
No, Tejada's not the player that would be joining us.
I'm tweaking.
Yeah, the only player I've reached out to is the one that actually entered the portal. But I'm gonna reach out to Tejada, see what he's thinking. But
yeah,
Tyler Tejada as a freshman was the rookie of the year in the CAA, and then this year as a true sophomore won player of the year in the conference.
Nice.
So, and apparently there's a chance he stays. There's a chance, maybe.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, and he's an awesome guy, by the way. Like, really cool guy.
That's
shout
good.
out to Tyler Tejada.
That's good. Whoa.
What?
A Scooby-Doo live action series is coming to Netflix.
It's not at all what I thought you were gonna say.
What'd you think I was gonna say?
I didn't know. It was just like that was.
Whoa. JJ Watt is joining CBS as an NFL game analyst.
Because Charles Davis is doing college football.
That's pretty cool.
So he's replacing Charles Davis.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
All right. You got anything else you want to add?
It's a pretty dry Wednesday, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. We don't really got much to talk about.
I'll be here Friday, guys, for once.
There we go.
I'll be here Friday. I'm usually not here and I'm like absent and I suck, but I will be here on Friday and we'll have fun and we'll talk pre-March before March hits.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Go Terps.
Sucked, but that was, it happened. Goodbye, everyone.